another Bailey. It's our third Adamo, this one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And we've got a Bailey Adamo 75-4T, so we're trying out the twin bed version. We've tried out the island bed version, we've tried the drop-down bed version. The only one we haven't tried is the rear lounge one.
The D. Oh, well, we haven't tried the little one. The
No,
tiny one.
or the 60-4, yeah. Yeah, so we got this for about 3 weeks, I think.
Yeah, because of all the bank holidays, it's sort of, I wanted to bring it before this one. This is beginning of May, isn't it?
Yeah.
And can't collect it until after the final one.
No.
We've got a tour booked already, haven't we? From the 11th.
Yeah.
So that's our Scottish tour. So we've added on a week at the beginning.
Yeah, so
like
I mean, we're going to spend some days at Southport. We've spent most of the day packing, so we're absolutely exhausted now.
Yeah.
We're going to go to Southport like we've done before and just make sure everything works. Or we know where everything is, or where we've packed everything, more importantly.
That's right, and have we packed everything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, first thing to say is we'll do a sort of a first impressions video, which will be part of this, I guess. Perhaps take it out somewhere and show you around. But we're going to go on a tour. We're just going to use the motorhome like we would our normal motorhome. And at the end of the tour, we'll do a full review and show you the things we like about the van, things we don't like about the van. I know when we've taken the Bailey before, we've gone to places, you know, we've gone to Wharfdale or somewhere, and people said, why don't you show us around the van? Well, we'll do that at the beginning and at the end, and we will comment on things that we find as we go along as well. So I hope you're going to find this interesting. We're certainly looking forward to it.
Got some different sites, haven't we, in Scotland that we've never been to before. So we're looking forward to that.
Yeah, and you might notice something a little bit different about this van when we show you around the outside.
Yes, yes. Yes,
I think I've probably done the thumbnail already, so you
probably guess what it looks like.
Yeah.
Yes, because it's the one that's been on the Sahara challenge.
Yeah, so it's been to the Sahara, so we'll see if any bits have fallen off it.
Yeah.
And we'll take it to Scotland and see if we can get some more bits to fall off it.
Say that.
Oh, pots and pans.
Yeah.
I mean, we've packed everything fairly roughly, so there's going to be a few crashes and bangs until we've figured out where everything should live.
Oh.
We'll go around this corner.
Yeah, the
What?
cutlery drawer has come open,
Yeah.
and the sink thing that we normally leave off.
Oh yeah.
No, that drainer thing.
That's the other side of the motorhome now.
Well, it's actually not fallen down because the cutlery drawer's come open.
And it's landed in the cutlery
landed
drawer.
in the cutlery drawer.
Oh,
so
good.
Yeah, you couldn't have planned that better. So that is the noise you can hear, is the cutlery. So somebody didn't shut that, did they?
No. And it wasn't me.
I think I take the blame for that.
It's like home from home, this, isn't it?
I know. I booked a blue pitch.
Okay. Yeah, if you haven't seen any of our arriving at Southport, probably not seen any of our videos before at all. Oh, it's a really big pothole there.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, it's a great big hole, isn't it?
Giant hole, yeah.
Right, new arrivals.
That's us.
It's very quiet when you go slowly, and
Yeah, when everything stops rattling.
yeah.
So we booked a blue peg. Booked a blue peg. Because we're not got an awning, so I don't think it makes a difference at the same price, isn't it?
Yeah.
The black rabbit there.
You go on the end here.
This one, the corner?
Yeah, on the corner.
Yeah. You haven't really looked round it, have you?
No.
They've got, well, they're not off-road tyres, they're all-terrain tyres, aren't they? So they're quite meaty. It's got no extras on it, like, you know, they haven't got headlamp protectors or anything like that. So
oh no, it hasn't.
you went pretty standard, no mirror protectors. About 5 tons of stickers. Yeah, God, sun's bright. Yeah, but we'll have a proper look round. I think in the meantime we need to unload Poppy.
That's right.
This path here has always been a bit muddy and horrible. They've put a nice bit of tarmac down here. I don't know if the council have done that or club's done it or what.
Oh.
I missed it a bit. It's such a pain.
On that type of...
On that sort of, like, you've got to aim it really carefully.
Yeah, we're right near up.
Right up against the hedge there. Yeah.
But, I mean, on a long one, it's so bad.
I mean, I've probably said this before about Bailey's, but you can buy an extension pipe that brings the pipe out here, but it's an aftermarket thing as well. I've moaned about that as well. There you go. On a nice sunny day. Everyone can see our graphics properly. We've brought it back to the Sahara. So we'll make a return trip. No, actually, we're at Formby Point. Yeah, Formby, on the National Trust car parking. But just thought it was quite funny with the all-terrain tyres. So let's have a little look round. So it's amazing really what we fitted in here. There's still quite a bit of room above. We've got our own hoses, we've got Poppy, all Poppy's stuff. We've got the Wastemaster and Aquaroll. We've got 3 chairs, we've got Poppy's chair and our chairs. And the Aquaroll and everything at the back. There's still plenty of room.
Because we're going on a service pitch, aren't we? Because I booked some of the sites before we knew we were coming on with this van.
Coming with this, yeah.
But we have got the necessary equipment to use on it, haven't we?
Yeah, so we've got all the stuff that, well, I think we've brought most of the stuff that we'd need. This is the bigger door.
I was just going to say, you've got provision for a bike rack.
Oh, yeah.
At the back here.
Yeah, sorry, bike rack on the back. And there is, looks like it's 2 cameras there. I thought it was 2 cameras. It's not actually, is it? It's
No,
one lens, but it's got
lens.
2 infrared sensors, I guess they are. So it is only just a reversing camera, which we'll show you a little bit later. Let's have a look in the bigger door here. You've got the lucky cable in there, got your coat. I've been using those hangers, quite useful actually. And I've got, the other thing I brought with us is my Fido folding bike. So that fits in there quite nicely. I think you could probably still fit an awning in there, but I think the danger is of overloading.
Yes.
Payload on this is just over 300 kilograms, so you do have to be careful what you bring with you, but it is a smashing garage. There we go. Yes, a window up there, and that's where the bed is. So the bed is about there, so there are some steps to get up to it. This one's got an awning on it. They fitted an awning on it. That's not standard. That was the other thing they fitted. But that's nice because it means we can get a bit of shade from this blazing sunshine in the Sahara.
Sahara, yeah. I think it's a bit warmer in the actual Sahara.
You think it might be? Yeah, here's a toilet cassette, which I haven't unlocked, but usual sort of stuff. Vents for the fridge, nice big fridge as you can see, awning light and hardtail door, quite a nice door, got an umbrella thing in it like most of these now, and fairly big bin, which we probably won't use, and a screen on the window there.
Take it we've got a fly screen as well.
I didn't look actually. Yeah. Yeah.
Needs to be
Can
more
you
or
just
less,
hold that for me?
more or less standard now, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
There's a fly screen.
Okay, brilliant. Yeah.
Keep the Sahara flies out. One thing to say about this door, it's not centrally locking.
No.
You do need to lock it separately, which seems a bit daft really. I don't know why they couldn't do that. Here's your electricity point. And the lead they provide comes with an L-shaped plug, so that if you had an ordinary plug that was sort of sticking out here, the danger is to knock against the door.
Oh, so that's why it's that shape.
Yeah. So that's the outside of it. Have I missed anything?
Just the petrol filling.
Oh yeah, petrol filler.
Same as before.
Petrol filler. You don't want to put petrol in there.
No, sorry, diesel filler.
Yeah. As with all the transits, you have to do that. And under there somewhere. There's your AdBlue. Can't get to it at the moment. Is it because you have to? Oh, there you go. Yeah, there's the AdBlue. But yeah, you have to open the door to fill the diesel, but you can
close the door while you do
close the door whilst you're doing the diesel, and that's how it's locked.
Yeah.
So that obviously when you've got sound. So when you've got it door shut and locked, you can't get at the diesel. That's the theory. Okay. I don't know if you can see that, but they come pre-wired with a Wi-Fi router.
Pre-wired for a Wi-Fi router.
You can see on the roof there's a little Wi-Fi router, Avtec's Wi-Fi router, the TV aerial, an 80-watt solar panel, and a couple of Heckies. What do you reckon? Got this rather weird thing to open the bonnet. That's it. You have to turn it twice to open it. That's it. Well, as you can see, it's had a fair bit of sand in here. We're going to have even more sand in here by the end of the day. That's your jump start point there. There should be an earth point somewhere as well, but probably on the bottom there. There's your coolant fluid. And over here, brake fluid, and your filler, and the oil filler point. Not much to see really, to be honest. 170 brake horsepower engine. Pulls very well. That's it. We'll start with the cab. It's a Ford automatic, and if you're familiar with any Ford really, you'll probably recognise this steering wheel. We've got the cruise control settings there, speed limiter, cruise control on off, cancel it, radio controls there. On that side you've got the mute and receiving phone calls, you shouldn't make any. Over there is the menu buttons, allows you to adjust the menu, indicator stalk and the wiper stalk, all the fancy actions. It's got automatic wipers on here, which is really useful, and automatic headlights. Set on automatic there, so you don't need to worry too much about that. And hopefully, it's probably going to rain a little bit later, so probably will be using the automatic wipers later. A couple of things to point out. It's got the cab blinds here. There's the ones that pull over this thing here. It's got like a secondary position there, so you could have a bit of shade, but still have a bit of light, if you see what I mean. And then you pull it up. If you watch over there, it goes into this sort of recess here. It's a little bit, I think it's a little bit fiddly. You have to sort of turn it round. See what I mean? and the other one the other side like that. But what I'm left with is a bit of a gap there. Okay, it's got a rear view screen. I always say rear view camera, that's a rear view screen. It only works in reverse, you can't see out of it all the time, which is a bit of a disappointment. We've added our own Mrs. Sat-Nav down there. It's a little bit of an awkward position, so you're sort of peering over. If you get the upgraded Ford radio, this is a standard one, you could have a sat-nav built in. But you've got all the controls, the air conditioning controls on, demist, chill your feet, demist the windscreen. Sorry, that's the rear one, isn't it? Yeah, demist the windscreen, freeze your head, recirculate, and air conditioning on off. Over here is the stop start. I quite like the stop start, but you can turn it off. If it gets a pain, that doesn't do anything. You've got the vents up here. You've got a facility here to put your mobile phone in. It would fit my phone, I think. Somehow, yeah, it would fit my phone.
That's upside down.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't normally put it in upside down. Thanks for pointing that out.
That's all right.
There you go. So it fit my phone. It won't fit our sat-nav. I did wonder when when we reviewed the previous Adamo if the sat-nav would fit in there, so it doesn't. Yeah. It's a massive, great big locker in here. We've got all sorts of junk in there now. That's good. Loads of cup holders, cup holder here, cup holder there, space up there, down there, over there. And I think there's even ones in the door pocket as well, down at the bottom. So yeah, I really like the Ford cab.
We have got side blinds as
well. Yeah, obviously it's got side blinds. These are very similar to ours. They come out on like a concertina thing. Like that. That'll work quite well. Yeah.
That means you don't have to use these curtains at all, doesn't it?
No,
it
also comes with the curtains. The first Adamo we borrowed just had the curtains and no blinds. A great thing about blinds, even if you've got a screen, a thermal screen, like a tailor-made screen, is that you can use those when you're parked up so people can't see in, and it does provide a bit of shade and keeps the temperature down. Doesn't provide much in the way of insulation when it's cold. Like I say, we've got these curtains. We're not going to be using these curtains at all. Seats have got lumbar adjustment, which is really nice. That's that bit there. Obviously they go up and down. They've got armrests both sides. They swivel. As you can see, I'm on the swivel chair, and they move backwards and forwards and up and down.
What more could you want, really?
Right, moving into the lounge. We've got this table, haven't we, Pops? Eh?
Which seems big in here, doesn't it?
It does seem big because the lounge in here is smaller than the 69.4. Poppy, you can have your bed in a minute. Just have to wait. Yeah, so the sofas are not that long, really, are they? Oh. No, and we've got our covers on there, so obviously trying to keep them reasonably clean. Comes with these corner armrests. There's so many cushions. There's two here.
Yeah.
And we've got about half a dozen in the bed, so I would lose some of the cushions. Okay, nice big windows here. They're really good. And the great thing about this, Bailey, is these cupboards. They are huge.
Yeah, 'cause I was a bit wondering about storage, but we've managed to fit most of the things in there.
There's very little that we haven't brought with us, really.
No.
You know, from our own van.
Right.
Possibly the awning is the main thing, but generally we've bought most of the stuff. Well, the storage, I think, in here is excellent. You know, it's, well, let's put it this way, it's surprised me. It's better than I thought.
This one over here, which is slightly short, not as long, is it?
No, it's not as long. No.
But Poppy's taken this one over, but put all the pans and everything.
Yeah, in there, and still room at the top there.
For some bananas, yeah.
Yeah, I'll have a banana in a minute and get hungry. The sofas convert into travel seats.
which we will be
which we will
demonstrating
demonstrate
later, won't we?
Yeah.
We'll take some passengers with us, hopefully.
Yeah. Here's the door. You've got a couple of coat hooks here. We brought our own telly, so that doesn't come with it. It comes out one of these sliding brackets. Do you want to show it sliding out, or no?
Well, the only thing I was going to say, it did seem a bit. We sat in the front seats last night. It does seem a bit high up.
It is quite high up, yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
get used
It's
to
all right
it.
in the front seats. Funnily enough, it's not so good if you're sitting there or where you're sitting.
No.
But it was okay. We watched. What did we watch? I can't remember what it was.
Clickbait. We're watching.
Oh yeah, Clickbait. That's it. What a brilliant title for a YouTuber to watch. Clickbait. Yeah. So you've got controls up here, and usual sort of Bailey controls, settings, tank, battery select, waste, water, external temperature. 14 degrees, getting there. All the switches for the lights in here are all there, all various things. That's the table control, that one. That does that. Hopefully I can open the fridge without all our food falling out. We have stuffed this to the gunnels. Probably hoped not to do any shopping for about 9 weeks here. What do you reckon, Pops? Loads of stuff in there, and there's cheese in there as well. What do you reckon to cheese? Just moving around to the kitchen. Cutlery drawer, brought our own cutlery. That's where the gas locker is, so that's redundant. The full cooker. Jenny, can you help me out here? Yeah, it's a full cooker. So it's got this worktop. This is really useful here, this worktop. Obviously you can't use it when you're using the oven.
No.
It's any drawback, but it's useful preparation if you're preparing a salad or something. And then the glass thing, and then something to stop the rattles, and the usual sort of cooker arrangement, electric hot plate. And it's a grill and oven, a super cooker. I've been using that for toast because I forgot to bring my toaster. And towel out of the way, and there's a big oven there.
Provided 2 shelves, didn't they?
Yeah, the
Seems
2
a bit
shelves. We've
over
taken
the
those
top,
out
but-
because they rattle like anything
Yeah.
as you're going along. I wouldn't say it's the biggest kitchen. If you've got the cooker in use, that's your only real sort of space there, apart from the
flap.
this flap here, which is okay, but obviously that limits it to the sofa to 1 person then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So if you're preparing for people, that is your preparation space. So it's not the biggest of kitchens. It comes with a new Truma control panel, press unlock screen. So this has been pretty good. You don't really want the heating on, but you can switch the heating on there. Yeah, and you can adjust it fast or comfort. That works perfectly. It was cold last night. We did use that. And hot water, obviously switched off. We might turn that back on later. You can use the iNet app. It's got settings in there, so general date and time. What I worked out here was that we couldn't figure out how to switch the heating off. So when you're in there, you think, well, how do we switch that off? We don't want the heating on. Well, it's an on-off button there. It's a little bit hidden. So it says it's on at the moment. So if you want it off, that's off now.
I think it hasn't got a timer, is it? But
no, there's no timer with this, so you can't say I want it coming on in the evening or something like that.
trouble is that can get a bit complicated, can't it?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, we just sort of switch it on when we want it.
When we need it, yeah. Below it you've got 2 electric points and more light switches. And quite a big sink. Again, they've provided a bowl, and it's still too tall. So we've got the chopping board that goes over that, and the drainer board, and the drainer board fits, but the chopping board won't fit. So
Drainer board fell off, didn't it,
Yeah.
as we were going along?
mind you, I wasn't going to mention the things that.
No,
No. Anyway, shower, into the shower.
And one thing you've forgotten to mention altogether is
What?
the microwave.
Oh, blimey, yeah. Yeah, the big elephant in the room here is the microwave. That microwave's lovely, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's got no turntable, so you don't have to worry about turntable rattles. Just about figuring out how it works. Bit of a gap up there. Again, I'm not sure what that is, whether that should be filled in. But anyway, but you do lose cupboard space here.
So you could have 3 cupboards there, couldn't
Yeah.
you? But now you're limited to 1.
Just to one.
So
Yeah.
I mean, we've used that, but as you said, this cupboard is very wide.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, a lot of stuff in there. Yeah, like I say, we're not doing too bad for space, so I'm not that bothered. I probably would have a microwave if this was mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always amazed the amount of stuff that you could fit up here. So you've got these cupboards here. There's a handle there, isn't there? Sort of places for your maps and what have you. There's another shelf here. There's some bigger shelves in there, either side. So plenty of storage in here. And the other thing about this van is the ceiling is really, really tall. So a quick look at the shower. 2 drain holes in here, but it has got a bit of wheel arch intrusion, and we'll tell you how we get on with that a little bit later. It's got a hanging rail at the top here, hanging our towels. The shower is a bifold door, and if you close this door off, just point out those marks. We didn't do it, wasn't us. There's the toilet. Just remove my toothpick, and there we are. Toilet's up on a bit of a step here. Again, we'll tell you how we get on with that. There's the window. Always difficult to do this. It's not frosted, but I would probably leave that closed. A couple of hanging points here, and then into the bedroom. So far, we've only had one night in the bedroom, but the beds have been really comfortable. I think they're about 6 foot. One is 6'1" and one is 6'2" in length, but I'm just under 6 foot, so it's suitable for me. And it's been fine. There is a cupboard in the middle here, which you can use, but there's no other cupboards anywhere else.
Apart from...
We'll come on. Yeah, we'll come on to that in a second. Well, I might as well do that now. Now you mentioned it. So there's quite a nice little cupboard here. You fit toilet roll and a hairdryer in there. What's toilet roll doing in there? Not got anything in there at the moment. I think we might put towels in there. Might be something like that, or underwear or something.
We'll find socks.
Yeah, so quite a nice bedroom. It's got these lights here, reading lights, quite nice. Like 2 speed. 4 more Bailey cushions, like I say. So many Bailey cushions.
It's quite a wide bed, isn't it?
Yeah, if you see, we've got our duvet on here,
yeah.
And it's left quite a gap. There's still space over there as well. So no, it is a very wide bed. So yeah, it is a super bed. Over here, you've got provision for a TV point. We desperately need a TV in here, so would be there. Down between the bed is a little slidey door, and that gives you access into the cavernous garage. So you can grab things. We've got the EcoFlow fridge just down there, so I can grab a beer or something cold. Each of these steps has got space for shoes and what have you, and there are service lockers and things in here. There's the water tank. You coming to have a look, Pops? Yeah, it's the water tank, Pops. There we go.
Stop it.
And we've got our shoes and slippers in there. Either side of here, there's another huge locker. Yeah, so in here, I've got a light on it. We've got some hanging space, and there's loads of storage in here. My camera bag's got another EcoFlow power bank in there. We've got our t-shirts in there. Another one the other side. T-shirts. There's a load of space there as well. So you think you know, I don't think I don't think we'd be short of storage space. And finally, there's an inspection hatch here as well. Still see there's a bit of sand from the Sahara in there. And water tank. Blimey, you can really see the sand there, can't you? We're looking forward to this tour. We're off to Windermere.
Yeah.
A quick stop over at Strathclyde Country Park, say hello to Bob and Aileen.
Miss one out. So I knew you couldn't do this bit.
I'll let you do it then. Go on.
No, have another go. Go on.
So we're going to Windermere after Southport, then we're going to Moffat.
That's it.
So one of our favourite campsites. Then we're going to Strathclyde for an overnight stop, and I'll let you do the rest.
And we're going to Blair Athol, Ben Nevis, Invercoe, Trossachs Holiday Park, back to Strathclyde, and then down to Kendal, and then finishing off at Southport again.
Yeah, so it should be a nice little tour.
It's quite a lengthy tour as well.
Yeah, we still haven't thought of a title for this tour, have we?
No.
Sahara to Scotland or something.
Well, that's
like
what we're trying. I kept thinking it was safari, you see, so I thought safari to Scotland, but we can't have that, can we?
No.
Some other people said go to Loch Ness and, you know, the camel and Loch Ness Monster and all that, but we're not going that far north, so we can't do that. So we are looking for a title, aren't we?
Yeah, so if anyone wants to suggest a title for the tour series, we'll think of a title for this video, but
rather than just
we'll do that bit.
Scotland tour, you know, it's, we need a title.
Yeah, and if you've got any questions about the van or anything that I can answer without having to refer to the manual or bring the Bailey helpline, then I will do.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Yeah.
Bye then. Bye then.
Bye then. Well, you said it too quickly, so I couldn't say it at the same time.
Okay. Do you want to say it now?
Yeah.
Bye
Bye then.